I'm also scared that this might be too much for me. I don't know why. I just got like the biggest ick. But this is definitely a lot better. Like it really is. Hey! Hello, baby girls. Hey! Today, we're gonna be doing something fun. I'm gonna try and read popular BookTok books for 24 hours. And I'm gonna do this in a similar fashion that I did my continuing series for 24 hours. I'm just gonna see how much I can get done today and tomorrow, because today and tomorrow I don't have anything to do. Hopefully we'll finish those 24 hours within that time frame. Obviously I'm not going to be reading all of these, but I have so many more popular BookTok books. I don't know how this happens, guys. I think I just people recommend me something and I'm like, okay, well, I'll go and read that then. I'll just pick the ones that I want to read the most, okay? I really want to read Wild Eyes and The Right Move because Rewind It Back is coming out next month and I really want to finish the series up until Rewind It Back, so I'm all up to date and I just really enjoy Elsie Silver's writing, so definitely want to try and read these two. I really want to read The Serpent and the Wings of Night. This is on my April TBR as well. I don't know, I've been thinking about this book a lot. Also, I do have a sweater from this book. It was sent to me and I was just hoping that I was really going to enjoy the series. I can wear that sweater while we read it. Do you know what I mean? And then I low-key want to start Keeping 13, but I think I'd do this at the end of the readathon. I feel like this is going to put me a little bit in a book hangover, so I don't really want to risk that, but maybe I won't. I was gonna do this again without a audiobook, so last time I did do audiobook, and I was gonna say, I will only limit it to one audiobook, and I ended up listening to two, and that kind of bothered me because I really want to be sitting physically reading. But if I were to start an audiobook, because I am gonna go to town and read there as well, I am probably gonna start None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell, because I feel like this is a very popular BookTok book. I also would have Pretty Girls or A Flicker in the Dark. I'm aware that all of these do have an audiobook that is available to me, but A Flicker in the Dark, I feel like I might just want to read tonight because it's not that long, and Pretty Girls I'm just still nervous for, and I've heard really good things about None of This Is True, and especially the audiobook, so I feel like it would be a bit of a shame if I then don't audiobook it, because it's like a whole trial interview podcasty kind of thing that will just be amazing to listen to. The first book that we will be reading is The One by John Mars. So if anyone watched my trying to read 300 pages a day video, I was still reading this and I'm only 30 pages in, but this is a popular BookTok book. I have gotten this book from BookTok. If you look up thriller recommendations or thriller creators, I feel like a lot of them have read this or a book by John Mars. I feel like this could work. Also, it's just because I have started this and I'm not a big fan of starting and stopping. I'd rather just then finish this. It did slump me a little bit, but I don't think it was this book. I think it was another book that I recently finished, but I know I just need to sit down and read and not be distracted and not do anything else, because that's what's been happening the last couple of days and that's why I've not read. It is quite nice weather today and tomorrow, so I'll probably be sitting outside again, which I also did in my 300 page video. I will probably want to read Wild Eyes because it's nice weather and her books are just so easy to read, but The Right Move I definitely need to read because I'm so behind on the series and everyone's been rating it a 5-star, so it would be nice if we had a 5-star. Yeah, I think the most likely candidates for today are definitely these three. Okay, I've got my little purse. My book and my Kindle's in there so I can kind of see what format I want to read it on. And then I have, obviously, None of This Is True, but I'm not bringing that because I'm just listening to it. So it says that it's 10 hours and 28 minutes. Obviously, I'm listening to it on 2x speed, so it's 5 hours and 15, but maybe I'll do a cheeky 2.5 because I have done that before. This is the fit. Let me show you the fit quickly. This is a Brandy Melville baby tee. I thought this was cute because they're reading, so I thought that would be very appropriate for today. I got this off Vinted because I was looking for it everywhere and I don't think they sell it anymore. Brandy Melville zip up. These pants are from my mom. I have no clue where they're from. And then this belt is from Primark. If you've been watching my videos, Duncan haven't had caramel in over a week. So I've gone in multiple times and then just walking straight out because they don't have it. So today we're gonna see if they have it. If they don't have it, I'm just gonna come back home and sit outside and make my own iced coffee. Let's pray that they have my donut and my coffee, because this is still for me to celebrate 20k on TikTok and 15k on YouTube, and I still haven't done that, and it's been over a week since I got it, and I feel like I really need to celebrate now. Hey guys, I am back home. I changed into a tank top because I'm gonna sit outside, and then if I get really warm and I end up sitting in the sun, I've tanned a little bit. You can't see, but I have. And I then don't want to have like the weird baby tee, like t-shirt tan. I was in town for quite a while. I kept wanting to go home, but I was like, okay, I want to stay here until at least 12, just because I was really focusing on reading and I wasn't being distracted. And I was like, okay, in case I get really distracted when I get home, I really just want to get the most I can. So I told myself when it turns 12, I'll go home. And I did. It's now 12:33. We have 22 hours and 15 minutes left. Okay, so for the audiobook, None of This Is True, I'm on page 54 and I got quite far into the one. I'm on page 167 of that. So I've already read 184 pages today. That's not bad at all. So let me quickly talk about each of them. So None of This Is True. While I was walking into town, I was so zoned in the story. Usually when I do listen to an audiobook, especially in the beginning, I tend to kind of zone out. I'm not focusing. I'll just start wandering, and then I tend to have to kind of replay the last few seconds I listen because I'll get distracted, right? But with this one, I was immediately like so into it and so intrigued. I don't know what it was. I think it's also just the way this audiobook started. When it's like a news report, it sounds like you're listening to a news report, and the way the podcast is filmed and the interactions, and it's different voices, so that's really nice because I tend to listen to audiobooks with one singular narrator, so you kind of have to learn how to differentiate who is who, but with this one it's like you have different narrators for everything, so it's so nice because it takes less brain power to be like, oh, who's speaking now? So far, for only being 50 pages in, I feel like a lot has happened. We've already found out a lot about both characters. We've already had a few little crumbs of things that might have gone wrong or are a bit weird and suspicious. And I do have high hopes for it because then moving on to the one, as I said before I left that I was kind of struggling with this one. I didn't really know how to feel about it yet. It keeps being like, no, okay, I would leave now. And then I was like, okay, one more chapter. And there's like, I'd say 5 or more different perspectives. And obviously each of them has their own like DNA match and their own problem and their own romantic stuff. And I do have the problem where with some of them I'm like, no, I don't want to read you. I want to go back to the other one, because what John Mars will do is that you'll read one perspective. The last line is like, oh my god, now I need to keep knowing what's going to happen. You flick the page to go to the next chapter and it's somebody completely else, and then you need to read like 4 chapters to get back to the story that you're really, really intrigued to. I'm just loving it because some of them are like really messy and chaotic and crazy, and then one of crazier ones like really, really insane. But you have some tamer ones, some tamer perspectives, but then a little feeling where you're like, this doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel like the whole story. Like some of them seem too good to be true or too easy and there's nothing really wrong. But it's really good actually. Like I know this has a lot of hype and that this is a very popular book. I think it has a few mixed reviews, but so does every popular book, to be honest. But so far, really enjoying this. I'm enjoying this more than the other book I've read by him. I think I'm going to sit outside. I think I'll focus a little better outside. And then I'm going to continue the one. Let's keep reading. I'm 60% in. I'm almost at hour 21, I think. There was just a little bit of a twist. I did guess it. Like, I had my suspicions. But I don't even mind. Like, I'm actually quite intrigued now just to see, like, why and where this is going. And I'm just really, really intrigued. It's just all so messy. Like, every single POV is just messy. And I have listened a little bit to None of This Is True because, like, when I was, like, applying sunscreen and moving myself around because I was first sitting in a different chair. Yeah, I'm still super intrigued in that one. They're both very intriguing. I went back inside. It's now 3:30. Don't know where the day went. We have 20 hours and 18 minutes left, so we're almost at the 4-hour mark. No, I was sweating so hard outside and I was like, you know what? It's not worth it. Let me just go back inside because the book was getting really good, but because I was sweating so much, I felt like I was focusing too much on how warm I was. 100 pages into None of This Is True and 300 pages into the one. I've read 369 pages today, which is definitely not bad. The one is getting really intriguing because obviously we have all the couples and all the characters and all the POVs, and everything is just crumbling now. Like, I don't think there's a single one. I think maybe one of them is still like okay and happy. But that one's like low-key the craziest one. So, and this one is just intriguing me still a lot. I still don't really know where this is going. I'm really curious how both of them are gonna end. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and finish the one now. I'm gonna have a little snack. I have no clue what I want to read next. Let's just keep reading. We are 4.5 hours in, and we just finished our first book. I finished the one. This was really good. I can like so see why they made this into a show. See, the thing is, the whole story and the way it ended and the way everything wrapped up, it makes a lot of sense. Like, it makes sense why the author wrote it like this. I think this is the most, like, it makes the most sense to make it this way, but for some reason, I was expecting something completely different. I thought everything was gonna like come together and every character was going to come together, but it just ended up kind of being all of their own stories. And we did have some satisfying endings in some of the storylines, but not really. It was just chaos. Like, the last 50 pages were just chaos. But it was really good. But it wasn't what I was expecting, and I have no clue what I'm going to rate it because my mind's all over the place. But yeah, first book done. What am I gonna read now is the question. I have no clue what I want to read. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna quickly eat something and listen to None of This Is True and update Goodreads and stuff, and then I'll also think a little bit about what I want to read next. My lips are blue. Okay, just ignore that. Just pretend it's lipstick, okay? Dunkin' Donuts, they have this blue Cookie Monster donut, and it has blue sprinkles. And since I tried it for the first time in 2018 when they opened, that one used to be my favorite, then it turned into the pink one. Why? It stains your lips blue. It's been staining my hands and my lips for 7 years. You'd think they maybe would change the sprinkles on them, but no. And they didn't have the pink one, and I wanted a donut, so I got the blue one, and I have to sacrifice my lips. It also, like, it doesn't come off. I was thinking maybe I want to start The Serpent and the Wings of Night now, because I do really want to read this, but then I don't know if I want to read a romance first, because the one was, like, so much, but it was, like, the perfect mix of, like, just people and a bit of romance, because obviously it's all about relationships. The last time I read a fantasy was Onyx Storm. And before I read Onyx Storm, the last fantasy that I read was, I don't even know, Lightlark. But that one was pretty chill. But this isn't YA, right? No, it isn't. So I guess I'm a little bit scared. I'm not the biggest fantasy girl, even though I do really want to be, because I like that it has, especially romantasy, because it does have, you know, the little romantasy element, the little romance element, but also the thing that keeps you hooked, which I sometimes lack of romance. Do you know what I mean? That's also why I like dark romance, because there tends to be more going on than just the romance. I'm also scared that this might be too much for me and for my little brain, but I don't know, because I do like fantasy. I think it's just very exhausting. But then I've heard really good things about this, and then this is like a quick read and it's fun, and I just have that sweater, and I really don't want to not like the book and then have that sweater. Do you know what I mean? I'd still keep wearing it. I know I would, but I don't know, guys. I'm really scared because I know I could just start it, and then if I don't feel like it, I can read something else, but I am always scared of doing that because I'm scared I'm never going to go back and open it again. Okay, I think I'm going to just try and read the first chapter. And it's with vampires. I love vampires. I used to think I was a vampire. So why would this not be up my street, up my alley? I just hope it's not like too difficult to read, but I don't think so. I've seen a lot of people just say that this is just good vibes. I just need to have a good time. Like, I don't want this necessarily to be a 5-star read. I mean, it would be nice. But I just want to have a good time. That's all I want. Quite some time later, reader. I literally read like 14 pages of The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and it was too much brain power. I kept having to reread pages, not even because it's written in a difficult way. It was just too much brain power. And then I spent the last half an hour on TikTok. So I think I'm going to start Wild Eyes. I just had so much fun with Wild Love and with the Chestnut Spring series, and also I really want to read her other series as well, so then I still have that series to read, so I don't feel so bad about reading these. Also, I feel like she's popping out books left, right, and center, so I also want to read this because I did read Wild Love literally like a week ago-ish, so everything's so fresh in my head, all the characters are so fresh in my head, and I don't know, I'm just like really excited to read this. I know that her writing isn't going to disappoint, and I know this is not going to make me slump, because the last thing I want is to be in a slump. Also, the last thing I want is to not film and quit on this readathon and be like, bye guys. I think this is a good choice because it's long. It's not crazy long. Obviously, all of them are single dad, but I have no clue what the other tropes are. Because I know that Wild Side is Marriage of Convenience, but... Hello, good morning guys. I know you're probably really confused. You're like, Sophia, you were doing like a readathon. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, after I finished that clip yesterday, I went into like a downward spiral, and I just decided, you know what? I should just go to bed. Probably for the best. Luckily, I feel a lot better today. Hopefully nothing crazy. That's why I'm still in my robe. I'm fully dressed, but I was like, let me just be in my robe. Let me have some comfort, you know? But last night, I did listen a little bit to the audiobook while getting ready for bed. So this is a screenshot of last night, but I was on 18 hours and 25 minutes. And I was 176 pages into None of This Is True. I haven't started Wild Eyes yet, but I'm going to do that today. I want to sit outside again. I obviously just got ready for the day and I have been listening to it again. So now we're on hour 18. So we have done the first 6 hours. I'm on page 210 now because I'm also listening to it on 2.3 speed. I keep upping it because I'm like, babe, hurry up. You're talking too slow. So yeah, I feel like we are definitely going to finish this today because I've decided I'm just going to read as much as I can today, and then hopefully if I don't finish it today, because I don't think I will read for 18 hours today, let's be so for real, you guys. I will just continue this video during the week like I did last time, but I still just want to really optimize 24 hours of reading, and obviously I want to get it done as quickly as possible, so I do really want to lock in today. Package that's arriving today, I got a new tripod and I can't wait to use it, so I'm super excited that that's coming today so I can actually use it for this video. Yeah, it's 8:45. I think I'm going to keep listening a little bit and then make breakfast and listen to it while I make breakfast. I'll probably go outside around like 11:30. I am slumping a little bit, I can tell. So that's also why I chose Wild Eyes, because I was like, this is not gonna put me into a slump, you know? Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better today, so hopefully today will be a better day and we finish more than one book. I mean, I do think we're gonna finish None of This Is True, so we'll probably finish more than one book anyway, but I want to finish 2 books like actually reading, because I'm still 3 books behind my reading goal. I might be 4. Hold on. Let's keep reading. I decided to finish None of This Is True while doing my book journal, because I haven't done my book journal in like over a month. So I was a little bit behind. However, I'm a little bit confused on that ending. I now don't fully know what's the truth, which makes sense since the title is None of This Is True. But now I'm not aware if I missed something, because I don't think I did. Do you know what I mean? Do you understand why I'm a little confused, potentially? And while I was listening to it, I did think it would be a really good TV show, but I think it might be turned into a TV show. Yeah, it's in the works at Netflix. It's gonna be a movie. It would have been a better show. I truly believe most book adaptations should have been shows. Okay, so I decided to look up some reviews, and I think it's like the point that you're confused, because everyone's confused. And I think that was done intentionally, which I enjoy, but it's also extremely frustrating. But it was a really good read, and also there was a character which I had a little tingling feeling that I was casually assuming might be on the spectrum like myself. Turns out she was. And then we finally got, you know, a bit of her perspective and what it was like for her. I feel like Lisa Drew really explained it really well, what it was like. It always gets a little bit of a bonus point for me if there's a character with autism or on the spectrum in general, but especially if they do it right and if it's relatable to, you know, someone like me. There's been a lot more talk about it in books. It was also mentioned in the one that I finished yesterday. It wasn't a big part of it, but it was just mentioned once. I've noticed a lot more when I'm reading that there will be sprinkles of it, and maybe it's just because I'm reading different kinds of books now, or maybe it's always been mentioned a lot, but I don't know, it made me feel seen. I know I could have gone outside and started Wild Eyes, but it was 5 degrees, so I decided, you know what, I'll just finish the audiobook and then go outside when I'm done. We now have 16 hours left, which means we are 8 hours in, but it's 11:13 and I wanted to go out around 11:30, so that's perfect timing. I'm just gonna finish this one little page in my book journal and then we're gonna go outside and sit there. And then I'm actually gonna lock in and physically read. Okay, you're on my new tripod. I'm a little scared. It's not the most stable thing ever, but I just really need a new one. This one was hella cheap. I just bought it, but she's looking kind of good. New angles unlocked. However, I'm on page 212. I am loving it. I speed through these books. I don't understand what else is ever put in this series, because like the Chestnut Spring series, I liked a lot of the books. A lot of them were fun. I had a good time. Nothing too crazy. But for some reason, all of these books, they're like even more addicting than the Chestnut Spring series, and I really don't understand how someone can do that. I'm gonna sit in my reading chair and finish this. I swear I'm gonna do like the most random angles now just because I can. I've been sitting here and I have actually read quite a bit of Wild Eyes. I'm now on page 303 out of the 431. So I definitely am going to finish this today and soon. We have 13 hours and 51 minutes left. I know you can't see shit, but I'm enjoying it. But this is going to sound a little crazy, but there was a little scene. I don't know why. I just got like the biggest ick. Just the things he was saying. It felt like I was reading a 15-year-old boy who had first discovered dirty talk, and no, it was horrible. It was horrible. It wasn't necessarily exactly what he was saying. Maybe it was just the way I was like having it play out in my head. It was just no. I just didn't like it. But that's obviously not going to put me off the entire book, like the fuck. But it's now 6 o'clock. I don't think I'll finish a whole nother book. Okay, so something just happened. I literally said out loud, oh, if like blah 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 happened, I'm gonna start yelling and I'm gonna like throw this book at a wall. I was right. It's pissing me off. The last like 70 pages of this book have kind of been pissing me off. First of all, when I was going into this book, I didn't know what the tropes were, so I looked them up last night and I was talking to my boyfriend about him because it said it was like, oh, it's like friends to lovers. I was like, oh, you know, I don't really love friends to lovers, but it'll be fine. But I've read books that did friends to lovers so well, I gave them 5 stars. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be so judgmental or go in with the idea that I'm not going to enjoy it simply because it's friends to lovers. I was expecting them to actually be friends and like be close, and I don't know, I feel like they were never really just friends. I feel like it was never really friends to lovers, in my opinion. But yeah, something just happened and it's been 100% pissing me off. And also, I don't know, I'm not fully fucking with it at the moment, which is a shame because the first half of the book, before they started doing anything, I really enjoyed. It feels unnatural. It'll be fine. I'll get over it. I literally have like 70 pages left. It's not that deep. It's just a shame because I was really enjoying this book. I love her books. Like, I was super excited for this one, and that's just pissed me off a little. Also, I knew that this was gonna happen the second that it happened, and now I'm just like, I'm not in the mood to deal with this. I don't even have to do anything. I just have to read, but I'm not in the mood to deal with that whole scenario right now. I'll probably just catch you when I'm done reading it. Hey baby girls, we have 13 hours and 3 minutes left, almost halfway, and I just finished Wild Eyes. Up to the 300 page mark, I was actually enjoying it. After that, I was just cringing at every, 5 pages. I know she's like a singer, but I hate it when they pull out the songs in the books, because I'm just like, I don't want to know! I don't want to know what the song's like! I don't! Not really. Not gonna be reading those lyrics, bae. I don't know. This one was just a little disappointing to me. I just didn't like, the moment they started kind of sleeping together, I stopped enjoying it. Because it felt weird. I don't know why. And then there were just a lot of more moments where I cringed than that whole big thing, I guess, that happened at the ending that kind of just, bothered me because it, again, was kind of just, one of those, moments. This is probably gonna get a 3 point something. I could read Wild Side, but I think that's a little boring for you guys if I'm gonna read Wild Side now as well. So I think I might start The Right Move. I don't know how far I'll get. I'm in the mood still for romance. Because I'm not really in the mood for anything else, and romance doesn't sound too bad. And I've heard really good things about this. He is in the NBA. Oh, it's fake dating. I'm sold. Fake dating. And I'm pretty sure she moves in with him. Also, I do have the audiobook of this in case I do want to switch to that because I did listen to Mile High. And I thoroughly enjoyed listening to Mile High. I usually don't like listening to romance books for obvious reasons, but that one slapped. But I think I'll just enjoy reading this. I'm pretty sure the series is also on Kindle Unlimited. So that's solid. Hey guys, it's 2 days later. Got my wisdom teeth out yesterday. Just this side, so upper and lower, and then in May, I have to do this side. It actually was pretty okay. I mean, I also don't know how it works in other countries, but if you're Dutch and you're worried about it, don't worry about it. Especially if you're going to do it at the actual hospital. That's what I did. And it was so easy. I was in and out. I wasn't even at the hospital for, an hour. The whole procedure itself of taking them out took, 3 minutes. So it really wasn't that bad. I did have quite a bit of swelling yesterday, and it was just, a bit puffy, and I felt a little gross. But today I feel fine. It hurts a little bit, but it feels like the same way when, your kid's teeth fall out. I'm gonna go shopping with my best friend today. We're gonna go to a whole different city and go shopping there. I haven't read anything since the last time we spoke. I haven't started The Right Move. I think I've read the first page 3 times. Sorry, the lighting was really bothering me, but not because I don't want to read it. I'm just a little nervous to read it, and also I just haven't, I've been in the mood to read, I just haven't been in the mood to actually, pick it up and read and do reading, if that makes sense. I think because yesterday I was obviously really, really tired. I actually did try to sit outside and read, but the birds were being really loud. I think yesterday, even though I did take my medication, I was just even more overstimulated than I usually get. I'm really gonna try to read a little more today. So as I said, I'm gonna be gone from 1 p.m. till 6 p.m. So I have about 45 minutes until I need to really start getting ready to leave and putting my shoes on and stuff. So I really just want to try, even if it's just the first chapter, I just want to have a start, because I think that's the most difficult thing, actually picking it up and starting a new book and getting to know the characters. Luckily enough, we obviously know the characters a little bit from Mile High, but I read Mile High 2 months ago, I think. So it's a little bit hazy, but not really. We're just gonna give it a shot. Also because I did consider starting an audiobook, but I really want to focus on not audiobooking in this video, just because I just think it's not as fun for you guys to watch, and also I want to not always rely on audiobooking because I will audiobook anyway. Hey guys, I'm back. I was way too early to the train station because we kind of mixed up the times. I ended up getting to chapter 4 into The Right Move. No, okay, I read 1 chapter, so I got to page 29. But at least because I was gonna scroll on TikTok, but I didn't because I'm so mature and cool, guys. I came back and I did do a little bit of shopping, and I kind of wanted to give you guys a haul. So I'm gonna give you a quick haul. Everything I bought is from Primark. The first thing is this top. So I have this top actually in a light gray color and in a black color because these are the most comfy tops. I have a built-in bra as well. But these are really comfy, well supportive. They're just cute. And I love blue. I love wearing blue. And I saw this dark blue and I was like, because in my local Primark, we have like 3 color options, right? So I was like, you're coming home with me. Because I live in these, especially if it's warm, to sleep, to chill. Like, with a cute outfit, I definitely wear these out too. And then I also bought this tank top. I'm gonna return it, but it's this tank top. But I tried it on, and I don't know if anyone has this problem. I don't know why this happens, or how I can fix it. But when I put it on, this lace, like, sticks out on the side here. It, like, protrudes. And it just looks hideous. And also, these don't have adjustable straps, and that was gonna kill me. These do. These really comfy tanks that are in the pajama section, they do have adjustable straps, no problem. And then I also got these shorts. They're just like very comfy. They also had a light gray and a pink. I didn't see any other colors, I just saw the blue, and they kind of look like Brandy Melville in my opinion, especially with like the, I don't know, they just do. I'm definitely gonna get the gray if I see it, because I kind of realized as we were walking out, oh fuck, they have a gray. But hopefully they come to my local Primark, otherwise I'll just have to go back. This entire fit is like the comfiest fit I own at the moment because, okay, so I'm a little bit cold to be fair, but definitely the second it's warmer in my room, which it will be this weekend, I will be pulling up in this fit. So it is already 8:15 and I do want to get a little bit of reading in. I definitely want to try to finish The Right Move tomorrow. I know that's a little bit ambitious, but I want to give it a shot. Yeah, I don't know how much I'll read tonight just because I'm quite tired. And yesterday I went to bed at like 10, but I'm feeling a lot better today. I actually had McDonald's. Like, I just took the smallest little bites, but it worked. I ate. I feel a lot better now that I ate because I just had headache after headache. And yeah, so tomorrow I have about like half of a day to read, like up until like I think 3 p.m. Hello guys, welcome. It's a new day. Today's Friday. I'm gonna go sit outside and read now. I did not read at all last night anymore. Guys, don't blame me. Don't blame me. I just needed a little break. I needed a little rest. I love this man. Hey guys, I sat outside for a good amount of time. I feel like I got a bit of a healthy glow going on. But I did read quite a bit of The Right Move. I did not get as far as I wanted to, but it's okay. Got to page 163. My boyfriend was here not too long ago, and I'm not going to see him until after dinner. And I don't really know when that exactly is, because I don't know exactly what his plan is for like the rest of the day. I do think I can, like, I know I can get further. I don't know if I can like fully finish it, but I know I can definitely get further. The question is always with me, will I actually like pick up the book and read? But about the book itself, I have nothing bad to say. I don't really have anything to say except for the fact that I love both of them. I did really enjoy Mile High, and even though I was like really scared of it because everyone was like, oh no, it's so mid, but I was like, no, this kind of slaps. But this is definitely a lot better, like it really is. But I do think it wouldn't be as good if I hadn't read Mile High. I feel like all the people that skipped over Mile High and decided to not read it, you're missing out, because I feel like you... So yeah, I am gonna try and read a little. I'm gonna do a little bit of editing too, because I just don't want to be stressed on Sunday. We have 11 hours and 36 minutes left. So we did hit the halfway mark earlier today. We just have to keep going. I can't believe that I only now on Friday hit the halfway mark. But on the other hand, I didn't read Wednesday or Thursday. So can't blame a girl, can you? I will catch you when I have anything relevant to say. Because all I can say really right now is that I really like both of them. And I like the story. That's all I gotta say. Today is Saturday. I still have not finished The Right Move. I'm on page 258, so I am a little over halfway now. That's so long, bro. What the fuck? Yeah, that's my only issue. It's like super long, and I do have the attention span for it, but when I was sitting outside earlier, I kept going back into the shade and then in the sun and then in the shade. The issue is then I'm constantly closing my book and then quickly going inside, then quickly checking my phone, then I'll end up on TikTok, and then it just wasn't as focused as I usually am when I'm sitting outside. I don't know. Today was just like a little bit of a hectic day. Will I finish this today? I don't know. I can give it my best. So we now have 10 hours and 48 minutes left, but that's still so much. Like tomorrow, after I'm done editing, I just need to lock in the entire night and then finish it Monday morning, I think, because I don't think I have enough time to finish the readathon tomorrow. This is so stupid. I started this on Monday. It's so weird. With this book, I really don't have much to say, except for the fact that I'm enjoying it and that I like both of them. I really like our female main character. I really, really like Indy. And obviously I love Ryan, but that's just like, because I'm someone, I don't want to know every single quote from her book. I don't want to know every single thing he does for her or that happens, because in my head that's just like a little bit of a spoiler, and I don't need to know. I don't need to know. So I don't want to now just start saying things, which I wouldn't want to know. But I'm a little bit at a point where I'm like, okay, like I'm really enjoying it, but this is still so much. Like, how am I only halfway? So this is my little romance pile of books that I thought I would maybe want to read after The Right Move. And these are all under 400 pages. And this is the shortest book and this is the longest book. So this one's like 370, I think. And this one's like 350. This is a mystery pile that I might be interested in, that I still consider TikTok-y enough. And this one actually goes from longest to shortest because I wanted to put this one on top. But I don't know if I'm going to pick one of these up or not. I feel like I'm more likely to pick up another quick romance. Yeah, I just decided to put them here because then that's easier than having to look through in my, like, all my bookshelves and decide. Obviously, I can go for a longer book, but I can't read a book that's over 400 pages right now. Like, I just really don't want to do that. So I guess I'll just see you when I have something relevant to say. Hey, my little girly pops. First of all, happy Easter. Second of all, this video does basically end here. This was a super chaotic ending, I know. Basically, I tried to film this one clip 3 times and it ended in me crying and just giving up. I was not able to finish The Right Move. I have finished it by now and it's up in a different video. That's the next video that will come out because I do read it in a different reading vlog. But we did finish 3 books in this video, so we finished None of This Is True, The One, and Wild Eyes. And all of them were pretty good. Wild Eyes wasn't my favorite. None of This Is True, I had a good time. The One, I had a good time. This video, I definitely want to try and do again when I'm in a better mood and actually try to do it within 24 hours straight, or just how I used to do my readathons. I definitely want to bring back the way I used to do them. I just want to say sorry for the super abrupt ending because I was not going to edit me crying. That's just not very Eastery and happy, so super sorry. From now on, the next couple of videos should be alright. I should not be ending these abruptly anymore or mess up. If you guys are still watching, comment this little emoji up here, and I will see you when I see you.